Hola y un saludo a todos los estudiantes de la clase de Español 122. En este video vamos a revisar el verbo gustar. This is a verb that means to like, and it is conjugated differently from the rest of Spanish verbs we've seen in the class so far. Aquí tenemos la conjugación del verbo gustar. We need always two words. First of all, the pronouns. Me, te, le, nos, les. And then the word gusta or gustan. This will depend on what you like. If what you like is singular, then you're going to use gusta. If what you like is plural, then you're going to use gustan. Por ejemplo, me gusta el pescado. Me gustan los tomates. And of course, to negate the verb, to say that you don't like something, you put the word no before. No me gusta el pescado. No me gustan los tomates. Here are a few examples that will show you that every time that you specify the name of the person who likes something, or who it is that likes something, my parents, my wife, my sister, my brother, my friends, etc., then you need to use the preposition a before the name. Por ejemplo, a Pablo le gusta el marisco. Pablo likes seafood. Because we're specifying the name, we need to use the preposition a before the name. This happens with the verb gustar, not with any of the verbs we've seen in the class so far. A Pablo le gusta el marisco. A Fernando y a Susi no les gusta la leche. In this case, we have two people, Fernando, Susi, and we have to use the preposition a before each one of the names. A Fernando y a Susi no les gusta la leche. Note that we use les because it's two people that like something. In this case, don't like something. And we use gusta because the thing that they don't like is singular, la leche. A Fernando y a Susi no les gusta la leche. A mis padres no les gusta la sopa. You don't use the name, but you're still specifying that they are your parents, specific people. And for that reason, you have to use that a. A mis padres no les gusta la sopa. A mi esposa y a mí, you're including yourself there, a mi esposa y a mí nos gustan los camarones. We like shrimp. Los camarones, which in Spanish is plural. A mi esposa y a mí, that's a we form, nos gustan los camarones. So remember, if we're talking about only one thing that we like, then we use gusta. Si hablamos de una sola cosa, usamos gusta. Por ejemplo, me gusta el té. Me gusta el café. But if we bring it together and we talk about liking more than one thing, then it becomes plural and we need to use gustan. Si hablamos de más de una cosa, dos, tres, cuatro cosas, usamos gustan. Me gustan el té y el café. In this case, we're talking about liking two things, el té y el café. And therefore, we need to use gustan in the plural. Me gustan el té y el café. Something that is very important is that you could like something or someone or someplace, but you could also like to do something. So when we have actions, when we have verbs, we always use gusta. Con acciones siempre usamos gusta. Por ejemplo, a mi padre le gusta escuchar música, to listen to music. As you can see, escuchar appears in the infinitive, in the unconjugated form. A mi padre le gusta escuchar música. If you are talking about liking to do more than one action, you still use gusta. Because with actions, with verbs, we always use gusta. Por ejemplo, a mí me gusta cocinar y leer novelas, to cook and to read. Two actions, but because they're actions, we don't make it plural. We keep it in the singular. A mí me gusta cocinar y leer novelas. The beginning of that phrase, a mí, is not really necessary. You're simply using it to emphasize that it is you that likes doing these things. You could simply say, me gusta cocinar y leer novelas. A mí is added simply for emphasis. Respuestas cortas con el verbo gustar. Short answers with the verb gustar. En las respuestas podemos omitir el nombre porque el nombre ya está en la pregunta. So, if you have a question like, do you like chicken? You can simply respond and say, yes, I like chicken, and you have to repeat the noun, or you could simply say, yes, I do, and then you don't have to repeat the noun. This happens in Spanish as well. Por ejemplo, ¿te gusta el pollo? There's two possibilities to answer this question because it's a yes-no question. You could say, sí, me gusta, or you could say, no, no me gusta. Now, note that you're omitting the noun because the noun already appears in the question and it is understood in the answer that we are talking about, in this case, chicken. You could also answer, sí, me gusta el pollo, and repeat the noun, but it's not necessary. You could simply say, ¿te gusta el pollo? Sí, me gusta, and you can stop there. No, no me gusta, and you can stop there. Now, if you're talking about liking something plural, remember you have to make it plural, and so you need to keep the plural in the answer as well. Por ejemplo, ¿te gustan los frijoles? Do you like beans? Look how beans is plural, so you have to use gustan. ¿Te gustan los frijoles? And the answer is going to be sí, me gustan. Or you could also say no, no me gustan. But note that the verb appears in the plural, gustan. You could also answer sí, me gustan los frijoles, and repeat the noun. Or you could say no, no me gustan los frijoles, and repeat the noun, but it is not necessary. You can use short answers like this with the verb gustar, but remember to keep the form of the verb in the singular when you're talking about liking something singular, and in the plural when you're talking about liking something plural. I hope this review of the verb gustar, to like, will be helpful to you as we keep braving the very cold temperatures that we have had this week in West Tennessee. Gracias y nos vemos pronto en la clase.